Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are going to crack open one of the most useful functions in any spreadsheet, SUMIF. And look, it might sound kind of basic, but trust me, learning this is an absolute game changer for anyone who has to wrangle with data. We've all been there, right? You're staring to a spreadsheet that just scrolls and scrolls and scrolls. Your eyes are glazing over, you feel totally overwhelmed, and you're just wondering, how am I ever going to find the one number I actually need in all this mess? So let's set the scene. We're going to dive into a classic scenario I like to call the data dilemma. You know, that situation where the pressure is on and the clock is definitely ticking.
Just imagine this. A massive file lands in your inbox. It's got 1,000 rows detailing every single sale from the last quarter. It's just a giant wall of numbers, names, and places.
And then your manager pops by your desk. They ask what sounds like a really simple question. They just want one number. Hey, what were the total sales for the East region? And of course, they need it like yesterday. That's your deadline. 5 minutes. You've got to dig through all that data and pull out one single, perfectly accurate number. Your heart kind of sinks, right? The panic starts to creep in. What do you even do?
Well, you could try it the old school way. You filter the region column, then you highlight all the sales cells, squint at that tiny little sum number in the bottom corner of the screen, or even worse, you pull out a calculator, and the whole time you're just praying you didn't accidentally miss a row. It's slow, it's super stressful, and it is so easy to make a mistake.
But thankfully, there is a way better way. A smarter, faster, more elegant solution that was practically invented for this exact moment. It's time to meet the SUMIF function.
So what is this thing? Simple, really. SUMIF adds up numbers for you, but, and here's the magic part, only if they meet a specific condition that you get to decide. It sifts through all the noise and only grabs the numbers you tell it to.
Yeah, this isn't some crazy, complicated hack. It's the perfect tool for the job. It's smart, it's fast, and once you get the hang of it, it's going to become one of your absolute favorite tools in your spreadsheet toolkit.
Okay, I get it. Any new formula can look a little scary at first glance, but trust me, this one is surprisingly logical. We're going to decode it right now by breaking it down into 3 simple questions.
That is literally it. You just have to answer 3 things for the spreadsheet. First, where should I look? Second, okay, what am I looking for? And third, when I find it, which numbers should I actually add up? See? Simple questions.
And this table here maps it out perfectly for our problem. The range, well, that's just the column with all the regions in it. The criteria is the specific thing we're searching for, in our case, the word East. And the sum range is the column with all the sales numbers we want to total up. It just makes sense.
All right, that's enough theory. Let's see this thing actually work. Let's solve our manager's problem and get them that number right now. Okay, so here's a little slice of our sales data. You can see we've got our region column and our sales column. Our mission is simple. Add up all the sales figures that have East next to them. And here is the formula that does it. We're basically saying, hey spreadsheet, look in all the cells from B2 to B11. Every time you find the word East, I want you to jump over to the matching cell in the C column and add that number to a running total. And boom, just like that, you get the answer. $1,750. No filters, no manual adding, no stress. Just a perfect, accurate result in seconds. But wait, it gets even better. SUMIF isn't just for text. You can also use it with numbers to sum things based on a condition. Like, say, finding the total of all the sales that were over $500.
Now, check out how the formula changes for this one. We're telling it to sum up any sale that's greater than 500. Notice anything? We only needed 2 parts this time. That's because when the place you're checking is the same as the place you're summing, you don't need that third part. The spreadsheet is smart enough to figure it out on its own. Pretty cool, huh? And there's our result, $2,680. This just goes to show how powerful and flexible this one little function can be.
So, as you can probably see, mastering SUMIF isn't just about learning a formula. It's about gaining a new superpower that you can use at work, for school, anytime you're faced with a sheet full of data. I mean, really think about what this does for you. You're going to save hours of boring, tedious work. You'll get rid of those tiny, costly mistakes that can mess up an entire report. You'll be able to analyze data and answer questions instantly. And let's be honest, you're going to deliver reports that will definitely impress your boss or your professor. This is the real magic. You're going from that feeling of total data chaos to having crystal clear insights, and you're doing it in the time it takes you to type a single formula.
You know, there's this great quote from Carly Fiorina that says,
The goal is to turn data into information and information into insight. That's exactly it. It's never just about the raw numbers. It's about the story they tell. And tools like SUMIF, well, they're the bridge that takes you from raw data to real understanding. It's a foundational skill for sure.
So I'll leave you with this question. Now that you have this awesome tool in your back pocket, what data dilemma, what nagging question, what messy spreadsheet are you going to tackle first?